Today I'm going to talk to you about real estate that has ocean views in Miami Beach and why this type of real estate always sells at a premium, and why if you're thinking about buying real estate in our city, you may want to also focus in on this type of luxury product. And I'm going to get started now. Hey everyone, my name's Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami and Miami Beach, and today I'm going to talk to you about why our luxury buyers really love to focus in on properties that have ocean views in Miami Beach. But first, before I get started, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another update. We do put out new videos every week. Also, use the link in our information box and download our free guide today. Also, in the information box, you can find all of our contact information, so feel free to call, text, or email me. That's fine too. Okay, let's get started. So we work with a lot of luxury buyers who love these properties that have ocean views in Miami Beach. People who buy this type of real estate, especially if they're experienced buyers, they know that these types of properties hold their value very well over the years. We have definitely seen a trend in this type of real estate holding its value and actually appreciating more than some other types of luxury products around the city. So I just want to go over a few reasons why you may want to really focus in on this type of luxury real estate, and why you may want to only consider units that have ocean views. And if you stay around until the very end, I'm also going to talk to you about another view, but I'll get to that at the end. So we work with a lot of luxury buyers who love these properties that have ocean views in Miami Beach. I mean, there's really nothing like it, and there's a supply and demand factor that goes along with it. There are only so many properties in Miami Beach that have oceanfront views, and especially in a neighborhood, for example, south of 5th, there are even fewer of these luxury products available, and so they come at a premium. This is one of the top areas of the city. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods within our city, and there are only so many units in south of 5th, for example, that have ocean view units. There's also the services and amenities that go along with these types of buildings. And now there are some other smaller buildings that are not super luxury buildings, that are maybe some of the older buildings that have ocean views, but I can guarantee you those views also come at a premium just because there are not so many of them. And as we know, in supply and demand, when there's limited supply of anything, usually the cost gets put up a little bit just because of that factor. In the future, if you ever need to sell this property, you know that there are other people who are also interested in owning one of these types of properties. Also, a lot of these buildings, as I mentioned before, have a lot of luxury services just because of the nature of the price point. Buyers at this price point expect a certain amount of amenities and services, and over the top, maybe beachfront service and umbrella service and chair service and towel service, and just the services that go along with owning a luxury product. So there's definitely something to be said for living in this type of building where they offer you a lot of different services, and of course you have your ocean view, and all of those kind of details, they go together. There's also obviously a therapeutic factor in owning a unit that has an ocean view in Miami Beach. For example, you can wake up to a beautiful sunrise in the morning. Obviously, you can look along the coast. You can see the beautiful waters, the waves, people surfing, people kiteboarding, also the people on the beach. There's just something therapeutic about the ocean and the waves, watching the ships come in and out every day, and that's just a beautiful view, and people really enjoy it, and obviously people will pay for that type of view. Properties with ocean views, they tend to have a track record of maintaining their value. This means that even in a fluctuating real estate market, they tend to hold their worth. Also, over time, these units they tend to increase in value. This is largely due to a high demand for these types of properties. Another thing that you'll definitely want to think about if you are buying a property in Miami Beach that has an ocean view is to really understand the neighborhood where you're buying that real estate. So if you're buying in south of 5th, there are only so many luxury buildings that have units that have ocean views. So there's definitely a supply and demand factor there. And in that way, having a property that has a limited supply of it will definitely allow you to hold the value of that unit. versus if you go more up north where there are a lot more units on the beach, there are a lot more options in terms of waterfront properties. Those properties may not be as expensive as in units in south of 5th, but you definitely have a look at the trends of those numbers over the years so that you can make sure that you're getting good value for your money, because there are more of those types of units in that area, because there are a lot of super luxury buildings in some of those more northern neighborhoods in Miami Beach, and there are a lot of units that have ocean views, because the buildings that they're kind of built more rectangular, where there's like a lot of ocean views on one side, maybe even some corner units that have ocean views, so you can have a little bit more supply in those areas versus buildings in south of 5th and Miami Beach. And another view that you may want to consider if you're just not going for the whole ocean view in Miami Beach is maybe a more western view. Units that are along West Avenue that face Biscayne Bay and the islands and the city, they can have incredible views, especially in the evening when the lights go down. Well, actually throughout the day, because you have the sunset, you have the beautiful views throughout the day of the boats going around the Biscayne Bay, also all the islands, the luxury homes on the islands, and of course at night, the city. And so there's definitely something to be said for units on Miami Beach that have that western view. I actually prefer the western view. I love it. I love to see the city in the evening, and I love to watch the Biscayne Bay. So just know that if you're not quite finding what you're looking for in terms of an ocean view in Miami Beach, like a direct oceanfront view, that the western view is also a really good option and something that you should take into consideration. Okay, I hope that this helped answer some questions about ocean views in Miami Beach and why these types of units are always in demand, why they definitely hold their value over the years, and why people always enjoy buying these types of properties. My name is Jamey Prezzi. This is my husband, Ognjen Prezzi. You can find us online on Instagram at The Prezzis, and we will see you soon.